Very dark black man told the House of Representatives, if I say anything here, if I open my mouth to talk here, let me RIP, let me die, let me die. Why? Because Bobrisky, who was supposed to be there, refused to attend. He refused to honor the voice of the people. He refused to honor the representatives of the people. He refused to honor the lower chamber. He refused to honor the committee instituted to investigate, to hear his own side of the story. Now, you all know how all of this started. It started with the audio recording of Bob the Risky, Idris Okuneye. In this audio, we all heard what he said, that he didn't spend time in prison, that he had stayed in a facility somewhere close to the correctional center, and that it was a flat. He said he had called his godfather, mentor, who had said, Bobrisky, don't worry, you are not going to jail. Jail is meant for the poor. Jail is meant for the likes of Verydarkman, Seun Kuti, for the non-existent, poor, inconsequential people. But for you, because you have reshaped yourself from a man's physical look to that of a female, you will not spend time in prison. I'm going to keep you where you'll be fully taken care of. Don't worry. And lo and behold, Bobrisky told us further that 15 million naira was paid into the coffers of certain EFCC officials who had initially claimed that Bobrisky is into money laundering. They said, how is it possible for you, Bobrisky, to afford to live in that particular part of Lagos, in that particular estate where houses go for as much as 300 million, 250 million, and maybe at times 400 million naira? They said, obviously, you must be into money laundering. They said, open your account, Bobrisky. We want to see how much you have inside. And they looked and they said, wow, Bobrisky, you must pay 10% of your tithes. If not, your life will be tight. And the worst of it, you will RIP. And Bobrisky said, okay, I will pay 10% of what you guys saw in my account. And that 10%, when they did the calculation, they said Bobrisky must give them 15 million. Now, this is according to Bobrisky in that audio. Bobrisky was speaking to another booty licker or boot licker, allegedly, based in the United States. So this guy has been hyping Bobrisky, telling Bobrisky how much he has paid to help some popular people, famous people in Nigeria to feel that they can go to the pool, to the loo, without the need of straining themselves, that he has the ability of opening the door wider. You know what I mean? So Bobrisky felt relaxed, felt comfortable, and started opening up to this guy. This guy was telling Bobrisky, you are so looking fine. Bobrisky felt good. Bobrisky started selling his own lamba to this guy. You know that I got presidential pardon, and it came from the well-known, respected senior advocate of Nigeria, Femi Falana. And the guy is like, how did you get across to Femi Falana? And he said, you know, it all started when Falz, the bad guy, the son of Falana, called me. People said, wait, Falz, the bad guy. Okay. Is there some kind of connection with Falz and Bobby? Is he also Bob Daddy? What's going on here? Anyway, the calls went back and forth. The conversation went back and forth. In conclusion, Falz the bad guy said, no, I have no business with Bobrisky. I only called him when he requested to be called, and I thought he might need legal assistance. He told me that he needed 3 million from me if I can help him. And Bobrisky has been calling celebrities before people start thinking that Bobrisky is calling those that he is aware of in that immorality. Is it immorality in that kind of lifestyle? We don't know. Anyway, as it is right now, very dark black man, he went there to the House of Rep, the committee, to look into this claim, allegation of Bobrisky, very dark black man that he had paid and that he didn't spend time in prison. He got presidential pardon. Three things only for Bobrisky. Well, very dark black man has a lot to say. And unfortunately, Bobrisky did not come, but someone came on behalf of Bobrisky. You are going to hear what the person has to say, and you're also going to hear what very dark black man has to say. Now, very dark man said, if I talk, make I buy. Like, seriously? Well, let us find out why. But before proceed, please like and share. Tap on the subscribe button.
So I'm not saying anything while I'm here, and Bobrisky will not be there. Now, my lawyer will be the one to talk, and I will not say a word, because I will not want to walk out on the people that don't belong to my father. So I won't say anything until Bobrisky is here and the EFCC chairman is here. Thank you very much.
Number two, I'm just echoing what we are discussing. Number two, he's saying that he has not said he's not going to speak. At least we came prepared, we came with almost everything that is needed by this committee here. We have even come with additional evidence that is not even available online. We have come with everything. So he's not saying, I don't want to assist the committee, I don't want to talk. He's saying because that person who should be here, who is not here, who has sent a lawyer to represent he or she, that he is not going to talk directly, that he's going to talk to his counsel. That's just all he's saying, and nothing more.
In addition, I would like to say, the man from my state, he said if I don't speak, they will move immigration to detain me. I will not mind being detained. No. I will not mind. Sorry, please. And also, in the voice notes, Bobrisky said something about the Godfather. So it's obvious that there's a Godfather somewhere that might maybe told him not to come, and nothing will happen because he has disrespected everybody here by not coming, and you are trying to force me to talk, and you are already throwing me little threats that you will detain me. I will stay in the cell, and this is not my first time, it's not my second time. So I'll go and stay there until he's ready. But for now, I will not say anything. If I say anything, let me die.
We find under the weather. Excuse me. Let me lay foundation. Please. Mr. Chairman, this is supposed to be a committee of fair hearing, isn't it? No. Allow me lay foundation. Let's hear you. Allow me lay foundation. Go straight to the point, please. Okay, thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Okuneye Idris is on available absence because of his ill health. But I came in from Lagos this morning to show respect to the committee. Now, the issue on ground. It's okay. Let me lay foundation. No, I think I'm here on his behalf.
Because Idris spent 10 days at Medium facility in Lagos. 10 days. He spent 10 days, 12 to 22nd. Idris Okuneye under a white refusing to eat prisons or corrections ration. Decided to apply for self-release. Self-feeding is approved in our law. And this is the photocopy of the approval application for self-feeding where he nominated. I'll get the original for you. The original is also here. The persons he nominated were Okuneye Idris, Okuneye Abiola, and Moji Okuneye Abiola, and Moji Okuneye. Then his health screening was done. During the admission, they had some female features like a breast. He has a breast. Yes. This is the medical examination done by the facilities medical practitioner, a qualified doctor, Dr. Informa Kopalopa. In this, we have the admission board have to enter into a meeting to discuss on the best practices and the best way to manage it. Then we arrived at the conclusion that we have to put him in a protective custody, which we did. And he spent his time at Medium, the 10 days, in our B Ward Room 2. B Ward Room 2 of the facility. And alone in that particular room. Why we did that is that because we have to abide by the international best practices and according to our laws. If you look at the Correction Act, Chapter 2A, 21A, you find out that we have to abide by the international human rights as approved by the United Nations. And because of the United Nations Act, that's Chapter 2(1)A of the Corrections Act, and also Chapter 13 of the Corrections Act, 1A, I to V. 1A, I to V. This chapter or section? The section. Section 13, 1A, I to V, where we have to look at certain features of an inmate before we use a particular management style. Corrections management is not done on social media. It's not done on the pages of the newspaper. It is a professional job done by well-trained officers for corrections management. And everybody, notwithstanding that our laws maybe have not actually recognized.
The conclusion of the matter: fear the law, fear God. The Nigerian Correctional Service is claiming that Mr. Bobrisky or Bobshisky or Bobhisky, Idris Okuneye, was in the correctional facility but was kept in a section because of Bobrisky's physical appearance. That upon examination, they realized that Bobrisky had a chest, but not of a man, but of a woman, meaning Bobrisky had Bobrisky. That Bobrisky should not be kept among inmates due to the United Nations charter law provision policy that before you keep certain inmates together, you have to examine, you have to look at their vulnerability, regardless of this and that, meaning give people a reason to be alive. That if Bobrisky was allowed to be amongst those hungry inmates, that they would tear Bobrisky apart, that Bobrisky will not survive, that they would tear Bobrisky into pieces, because Bobrisky looks like their girlfriend that sent them to jail. So they said they had to create a conducive environment for Bobrisky to sustain and maintain and retain his physical appearance. This is where the VIP section of a thing came into the matter, and that Bobrisky never ever stayed in a flat outside of prison, and that Bobrisky probably was simply trying to scam the guy in the US who we heard is a nurse and married a married man, but it seems he's a bye. Anyway, as it is right now, Verydarkman is sort of like, hey, Femi Falana, Folarin Falana, I'm not the one that you should be against. Don't tell me to pay 1 billion or 50 million or drag me to court. Bobrisky is the one that dragged you guys into it. He lied, and not me. I only repeated what I heard, but I don't know if this will go away anytime soon. It seems there is more that will come out of it. I don't know what you guys think of this one. You heard from Bobrisky's lawyer saying Bobrisky is not feeling fine and that Bobrisky cannot come. He didn't honor the invitation. And also, Verydarkman is saying he's not going to say anything. He's not going to say. He's not going to say. He's not going to say. And you heard from the officer who brought papers saying Bobrisky was in prison. I don't know what you guys think of this. Drop your comments. See you guys in the next update.